Hi, I'm Jennifer Vatsa from Belladonna's Botanicals, and this is a follow-up based on some of the commentary in the video I did recently on the occult, or a cult, navigating communities within, obviously, the occult. And one of the things I wanted to talk about in this video today is the toxic positivity of the sort of the more traditional New Age, love and light, metaphysical communities. Because I've also been parts of those too, especially doing energy work and things of that nature. And I've heard a lot of stories and seen things, and also surprise plot twist of multi-level marketing companies, especially the essential oil ones based, because that's actually how I got here, believe it or not. I don't know if I've ever told the story before, but how I started, doing stuff for my business, especially working with essential oils, goes back actually well over 10 years now. I was sort of dabbling a little bit on my own, maybe around 2010, 2011, something like that. And when I was laid off from my job in 2015, had some free time on my hands. And around that time, I had gone to a yoga workshop that was like yoga and essential oils, and I was like, well, that sounds like fun. And it was from one of the two big essential oil multi-level marketing companies. Young Living was one of the reps that did it. So I was like, okay, thought about becoming a member then, and then was like, damn, this shit's expensive. What the fuck? $200 and something for like, a diffuser and a couple oils? The fuck? Anyways, but somehow I ended up joining, and, it's one of those things. It seems so innocuous at first. I didn't realize that they were a multi-level marketing company. So in my defense, had I known they were an MLM company, I probably would have just been like, I'm going to buy my essential oils somewhere else and avoid this crap. But it was a good learning experience. So it's like, so I joined this, I bought my little starter kit thing, and, you get assigned, a rep or whatever, or something like that. And then you become parts of these Facebook groups that all the reps are in from, their lines of, from the top tier down to the bottom tier sellers and stuff like that. And, I learned a lot, but I am by nature an inquisitive person, and the thing I have always brought to my practice, whether I'm working with crystals or essential oils or herbs, is I would like to understand the science behind it. And because there is actual science behind things like essential oils and herbs, there's things like botany and, pharmacology and plant sciences and all of this, biology and chemistry and all this stuff. I like to understand that. And with crystals, you've got mineralogy, and that's not the right word. Geology. Let's just go with geology. I'm thinking Mineralistic is a store in Philadelphia, so I think I was combining the two. But anyways, you've got scientific studies of these things. And that's what I'm a nerd for that stuff. So, but what I found over time, especially within the MLM cult of Young Living, is that it was very much, you got fed a lot of marketing bullshit. This is what you say. If someone asks you this question, or this is how you sell this thing, and this is how, you make vulnerable posts about how much your life is changing due to our wonderful essential oils and stuff like that. But you were never allowed to question anything. And, oh, holy hell, let's just face it, we know me, we know how I am. I'm questioning a thing or two along the way. And they did not like this. Oh, no, they did not. Not the customer service from Young Living, nor did the groups I were in appreciate my wanting to know, like, hey, maybe don't put, dermacaustic essential oils on babies. Or Or like, if you're going to put, they're like, oh, but it's 100% pure and natural, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yes, honey, but you put a drop of lemon essential oil into water. What's one thing from science we learn? Oil and water don't mix. You need something to get it to combine, like honey or an excipient of some sort. Or like an oil, a carrier oil. Learned a lesson the hard way in putting undiluted essential oils in bath water. I think there was a detox bath or something. Had lemongrass and peppermint in it. These are what you would call mucous membrane irritants. So imagine taking a handful of, say, like some Icy Hot or Bengay and slapping it down there. Yes, it was a not so pleasant feeling. And I jumped out of that bathtub as fast as I fucking could. So there's a lot of unsafe practices that were taught as, oh, the company line. It's like, oh, well, we don't need to pay attention to the science because we have 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oils, and we don't need to pay attention to this. And oh, well, this whole this person who wrote the book on essential oil safety, that's all old, outdated. That's a different model. We do it different. We do it differently because we're special and blah 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 blah. But there was a lot of real harm done to people through these companies. And I'm not just talking like drama. I'm talking physical scarring. Because you want to put on some undiluted bergamot essential oil and go sit out in the sun, you're going to end up with third-degree burns. Unless you get the furan or coumarin-free, FCF-free, or bergaptan-free essential oil. The amount of physical danger that these companies caused by their ignorance and refusal to step outside the company line. So that's how I decided to become a certified aromatherapist, because I just wanted to be like, by the way, guys, have something for you. So that's how I became a certified aromatherapist, because I like to prove people wrong on occasion, and I can be real pissant about it too. They did not like this, because, oh my god, science, facts, grasp the pearls, and oh no. Yeah, I didn't last too much longer in the MLM field after that, and because I got tired of, you know, the literal bullshit that was being, it was so, I believe in having an open mind and making your own judgment calls on things, but it's like when you're saying, okay, so peppermint essential oil. I like to give this analogy. It's very standard in the field. 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is the equivalent in potency of 26 cups of peppermint tea. That's how potent 1 drop of that is. So you want to put that on your food, or you want to put it in your water or in your bathtub. You know, think about it. And it's there was just no getting through, because everyone that was in it just bought it. Bought the marketing BS, bought the cult-like mentality, and it was sad. And I was just like, I cannot, no. I was just like, all right, I'm done with this shit. It didn't take too long, but, you know, like, I tried selling a little bit for the essential oils, and I think in my top month I made $300, but in order to sell at a particular level, you have to buy a certain amount of products per month. So literally, I made nothing, because I probably bought $300 worth of their products in order to make $300 that month. So it's BS, the whole whatever that is, the thing. Multi-level marketing companies are a scam, and they are cults. All of them. I'm sorry, 100% cults. So believe me when I talk about cult-like mentality, I know a thing or two about having seen the other side of it. And we're not just talking about disagreements and drama and people, you know, shit-talking and shit-posting each other like happens in the, you know, occult community that we see all the time that I've talked about before. I mean, we're talking about people who have had real harm done to them through the toxic positivity of, you know, whether it's MLM companies or sort of the love and light movement and stuff. where people get told things like, oh, you have cancer because you internalized a bad breakup you had in, 1992, or when your dog died, or something like that. Or yeah, the power of positive thought will just change everything. You'll suddenly not be bipolar anymore. You don't need medications. Take essential oils. And to that, I also say, because you know what? There are no essential oils in the world that will make me sleep. I tried them all. There's no combination of them. My insomnia and sleep, well, it's technically a circadian rhythm disorder, was that bad that even regular traditional medications didn't help. I need Western medicine to help facilitate. I use a lot of these things for self-care, and don't get me wrong, they're wonderful complementary alternative medicine treatments. But you're not going to cure cancer with essential oils. And if you do, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. You can cure cancer with essential oils. Go ahead. Prove me wrong. You can't. But I've seen people buy that and end up in the grave because they believed some new age guru that's like, oh, we can cure you with, all this, whether it's energy work and essential oils and herbs and crystals and all that. And people have lost their lives because of things like this. This is what I'm talking about when how to identify cult-like behavior and dangerous behavior in any community. Because it's not just the darker side of the occult community that has its toxic traits, because the love and light one, that's some toxic shit right there too. And people will tell you things like that, oh, well, because it's natural, it's all good. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of things that are natural that aren't so great, actually. I don't know, I mean, I can think of a lot of things that, like, there's a lot of toxic herbs that, if you use them in the correct doses, such as I do for the flying ointments and things like that, they're fine. You want to eat 2 pounds of belladonna, so, well, let me know where your funeral's going to be. let me know what type of flowers you like, so I'll put them on your grave. It's like, there's this point at which in a lot of these communities, people just become irrationally attached to this belief in something just beyond, and yeah, a lot of what we do is beyond belief and whatnot, but there's a point at which it becomes dangerous. Like, yes, you can use essential oils and things like that if you're going through cancer treatments and stuff to help with nausea, to help with your anxiety and stuff like that. It's not going to cure cancer. I'm sorry. But people will try to sell you that stuff. Or will shame you for having medical conditions because it's some kind of karmic rebalancing or some kind of soul contract or some kind of, oh well, you only have depression because you want to have depression. Yeah, do you think I want to feel this way? Do you think I want to wake up every day and wish the world an asteroid hit the planet? Seriously, no, I don't think I do. So that's another thing to look out for, if you're in, because a lot of us cross-pollinate through different communities and stuff like that. I do energy work and crystal healing, so I have, sort of that aspect to what I do. So again, look for these signs. Look for the leader whose work is unquestionable. And going back to Young Living, if you want to go in a deep rabbit hole of fuckery, Google Young Living controversy. Like, the founder was, I believe, tried for murder because they did, back in the early 80s when their child was born, did a water birth and then held the baby under the water for 2 hours because somehow that was going to magically make, I don't know, what was good for the baby. The baby died. But the company marketing speak around this defends that action and makes him seem purely fucking innocent. A baby died, and they will spin that and sell that into their marketing. So, and that's just one. That's just a drop in the bucket. People who claim credentials they don't have, like the Young Living founder claimed to be a doctor. There's no evidence that he has had any kind of medical. He maybe have had some medical training, but to a medical license or a degree in anything that would indicate that he was a doctor. Sorry, he died several years ago. Was a doctor, like a medical doctor? No. You can get a doctorate if you have a bachelor's degree and a master's degree, and you get a PhD. Then yes, you are a doctor. Whether you're a medical doctor is a whole other story, and that's a lot of education and expenses. So if you want to call yourself a doctor, a legitimate doctor, like a nickname doctor, whatever, fine. You want to call yourself an actual doctor? Show me your diploma, please. Please do. Show me your accreditation that you're an actual doctor, because I won't believe it otherwise. You can get an honorary doctorate if you're super special in some area. Like I think when I worked at the University of Pennsylvania, like, you know, the commencement speakers become honorary. Get honorary doctorates. So Bono has an honorary doctorate from the University of Pennsylvania. Did he study anything at the University of Pennsylvania? No, whatever. He's just got an honorary doctorate. It's kind of a namesake thing. Honestly, kind of bullshit. But anyways, it's something that colleges and universities do. So hey. But again, you want to call yourself a legitimate doctor? Show me the paperwork. Show me the proof. Because otherwise, you're full of shit. Completely, utterly, 100% full of shit. I personally, if you go to my website, I have a listing of like every course, workshop, certification, and mostly up to date that I've taken around what I do, whether it's stuff in herbalism, poison path, crystal healing, Reiki, you know, witchcraft, incense making, aromatherapy, all of it. I have that all there. And you know, I can prove those things. I have certificates. Whether I can find them easily or not is another story, but I do have them. Or I can easily, you know, prove that I have taken these courses and received these certifications. So, again, the proof is in the pudding. So, getting back to wrapping this all up together is, know the signs and know what you're looking for. Nothing is unquestionable. Ask the fucking questions. And if you're getting a lot of massive blowback to questions, that there is a big ass red flag. And if there's a big ass red flag, sorry, I can't apparently bend my fingers right. But anyways, so if there is a big ass red flag and you're suddenly being targeted because you're asking questions and wanting proof of things, run to the fucking hills and get the fuck out, because that there is not a good situation. And we all need to think for ourselves and do what's best for us. And the only person that can tell us that is us. There's a lot of seekers and a lot of people who want to be told those things. And buyer beware. Because sometimes you're going to be told things that are completely untrue, harmful, and borderline on ridiculous. Anyways, on that note, I'm Jennifer Vatsa. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Love you all.